I think Psalm 77 is like the textbook example of how to respond to depression. So first several verses definitely showing the depression, crying out for help, being in distress, couldn't be comforted at night. Starts to turn a little bit, just acknowledging God, remembering God. But I love how it kind of flips in verses 5 and 6. I thought about the former days, the years of long ago. I remembered my songs in the night. My heart meditated and my spirit asked, will the Lord reject forever? Will he never show his favor again? So acknowledging like the good things of the past, but still depressed, still kind of questioning. And that questioning continues on in verses 8 and 9. Has God forgotten to be merciful? But then verse 10, I love this switch here. Then I thought, to this I will appeal. The years when the Most High stretched out his right hand. I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. I will consider all your works and meditate on all your mighty deeds. And then just goes on to, more, just starts praising. The rest of the psalm is just praising. I love that because it's like, go ahead and be raw. Get your feelings out. Even the questioning God, get it out. But then remember all the ways that he's come through in the past and then kind of end in praise. This has helped me a lot with my depression. It is chilly this morning, which is not going to make me complain. I can already feel it warming up too. I hardly ever hike with my hoodie on, but it was like really cold this morning, so probably have to pull over and take it off in a minute. Last night, I was so thankful that Indy 500 showed up. I did not like camping at that spot right next to a dirt road and a porta potty by myself. Well, to clarify, I'd rather be by myself than like whatever other people do that I didn't want there, but honestly, it would have scared me like if just like a local dude showed up or something. But it was one of those, I know it might seem sometimes like the decisions I make, it might be easy to sit there and be like, oh, I wouldn't have done that, y'all. It's a little bit harder when you're in the moment and there are a million other factors. Like, I'm pretty open and raw and vulnerable on this channel. I don't hold back when I'm struggling and stuff, but it's not like I sit there and tell you every single struggle that I'm having. And yesterday I was developing cracks in my toes again, and the last couple of miles my toes were really hurting. So I pulled out far out. I looked to see where the next place I could stay, and it was a couple miles down, and I'm like, my feet were like screaming at me, don't you dare. So, on the surface, it might seem like, oh, she shouldn't have stayed there. But sometimes you just have to make those decisions, and it is what it is. So, again, super glad that somebody that I knew, she's a very, very sweet, I just met her the other day, but she's in her 50s, very nice. She showed up and she was like, Sunshine, is that you? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm sure she was thankful to see me too, because like she said this morning, she wouldn't have stayed there by herself. So it was good. I just saw bear scat. I haven't seen bear scat, like, I can't remember. It's been a long time. So maybe I'll finally get to see a bear today. I just about stepped on that bird. He was just chilling right on the trail. Hi, Howie, buddy. So the place I need to get water, and I need to get water, is an unmarked trail. So I am like really trying to pay attention and not miss it. I'm happy. This is a good source too. Nice. Everything's like really overgrown right now, so I almost went down some other little not side trail that I thought, well, that could be a side trail, maybe it's just overgrown, but thankfully I didn't, and I'm here. Water. There's so many sweet moments on trail. I'm just sitting here filtering water, listening to the birds. I think it's these simple things that I'm gonna miss. I am like captivated by this. Wow. This feels very ceremonial. Going under the arch. So I'm at Spy Rock. I don't know if that big old rock is Spy Rock or it's up here. I don't know. I'm excited though. That's where I'm gonna eat lunch. This feels absolutely enchanted and magical and beautiful. All right, this is Spy Rock. Oh wait, maybe it's not, I mean, maybe I go up further. Okay. Well, so far it's beautiful. I am not mad about my lunch spot choice. Also, if you're wondering how I got those pictures, somebody left, wait, can you see it? Their tripod up in the tree. Maybe they did it on purpose, and if so, like, how nice. It's definitely windy up here. But I don't care. I'd rather have a windy interview. So I'm still up on Spy Rock, but look, there's like little tadpoles swimming all over. All right. One of those places where I want to stay forever and it's hard to leave, but I'm not camping here, so I have to. So the cracks in my toes, I think some of it could be because it's been colder again lately, and that does tend to happen with my feet. But the trail the last few days has just been really rocky. And I mean, I'm like really concentrating on every step, trying not to like step on a, you know, sharp rock or loose rock or whatever. But obviously can't avoid them all. And I do kind of wonder just if all the contact on rocks rather than softer terrain has kind of contributed to the cracks in my toes too. I just spent an hour at Spy Rock, but these views are gorgeous. Was that kind of fun? Those are some humongous rocks. Holy cow. Huh. Stopping at the shelter to get water. Everybody else is staying here, but I'm pressing on. Something's wrong with my camera screen. Huh. That is gonna bother me so bad. Is that on the camera or on the screen of my phone? Huh. Anyway, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm really good at ignoring things. I don't get distracted by things. So went down to that shelter where like, Sosha and Gray are staying there. Like Overshoot and Youper and Boo Boo and Mito, all of them are staying there. But I'm going on a few miles. But anyway, I went there to get water. Because I think where I'm staying, I don't have water. So anyway, To Go left her book at Stanimals at Glasgow. And it's a big book. I'll show it to you tonight. And I was like, oh no. And I'm like, I didn't know if she left it on purpose, but I really didn't want to pack it out because I had a full pack leaving there. So we were like texting back and forth, this and that. And what ended up happening was Overshoot brought it out for her. So he's been carrying it for like the last 40 something miles. So he was like, are you going to see To Go anytime soon? Which I am seeing her tomorrow. So now I'm carrying her book, but whatever. If I have a third night in a row where I don't have service tonight, I will read that book. Super stoked. I found a spot to camp at. It's maybe like a mile and a half shy of where I was originally planning on going. But 0.1 up the trail is a good view. So I dished my pack and I'm just bringing my dinner bag because I didn't decide what I wanted to eat. And a drink and my trekking poles because it might be a climb up, or I don't know, I might need them for the climb down. And my sweatshirt. And I'm gonna go hopefully have just a nice little view and dinner and just go right back up to my camp spot. Oh yes, I think this will do just fine for a dinner spot.